So when did you find out that we were going to the moon in 2024?
Whenever I did Liftoff Institute,
I did not.
I do, because my friend Nathan told me about it.
Not until you told me.
I did not. No,
Launch costs are still problematic because we're still dealing with chemical rockets. We've made incremental improvements in the way we go about launching material out of Earth's gravity, but we haven't done anything revolutionary to make it cheap and easy.
But the diversity that I saw in the backgrounds of NASA employees and the diversity of the jobs that are needed at NASA, my biggest takeaway was if that's something that you're interested in, no matter what you pursue, no matter what your passion is, there's a place for you at NASA.
And not even Mars, exploring new planets. I'd see people are trying to create life on those planets, and maybe we can even create life on them. So maybe people will be living there. But
Well, and even like how do fingerprints work in different gravity? What we know about blood spatter, which is mostly garbage, but what we do know about it, how would that apply to a different gravity environment?
That's a really interesting take. I think that that's something that seems far more reasonable. It's much more reasonable to send machinery to Mars and keep it there rather than people and expect a society to grow there to even a fraction of the capacity that it is on Earth.
government development, that sorts of things. But I think companies like SpaceX are helping lead the way of more access to space. And I think that could definitely be something in the future, people being able to travel to closer planets that are habitable, and then the technology that goes along with that, allowing people to step foot on a different planet, could definitely be made easier for sure.
Now, I think there's a push towards unifying ourselves with the computers. I can remember when we communicated with computers by making little stacks of punch cards, a laborious process. Now, and then it got easier, and now you have the keyboard, and now they're beginning to develop voice where you can just say to the computer, do this, do that. And now people are beginning to talk. What's his name? Elon Musk is saying, well, we'll put this little thing in your brain.
Because there's no life. There's no organics, no biotics in existence. So the only messing up of the moon that we could do would be to harvest it so thoroughly that there isn't any moon anymore. And that would take millions of years, particularly when you consider that the stuff the moon is made of is not conducive for life. It's only conducive for hardware.
Every astronaut that I've gotten to hear speak has said how once you leave the Earth and you look back on it, you feel so much more connected to Earth and every being on Earth, and looking at that little thin layer of atmosphere, our little bubble around us, and you realize so much more how much you need to take care of the Earth that we have.
Because after living here on Earth, the gravitational force, and being there, you're just floating. You're just jumping, and like you jump so many feet up. So it'll be something great, and yeah, that's what I think, that I wouldn't be able to process it, that I'm on the moon, because it's gonna be a new experience for me, and I am gonna be shocked.
How do I get a book? How do I get lipstick? Mm-hmm. I don't like my sensible moon shoes anymore. How do I get some sandals in this place? And these are all problems that will have to be solved either through shipping ingenuity, manufacturing ingenuity. Doing without, I suppose, is a lot of what's going to happen. But, that's just the beginning of the things that we need to solve.
Where these people are coming from, if they're all rich people who all made their fortune from investments or stocks or just being billionaires or running companies, those same people may not want to do the dirty work of building the society from scratch. So I don't know. I think it's a bit too ambitious to expect that it'll work. And then I don't know too much about the science of the space, the unit that he's building, but 2022 seems a bit too early for that to happen, in my opinion, to happen successfully.
And it's a way to propel innovation in technology, in aerospace. And it definitely helps capture the imagination. People like knowing what's out there. They're interested in seeing pictures of potential planets, black holes, or at least I am, and I know my sister is as well. But it's definitely something that's used to capture the imagination and helps drive the innovation for sure, whether it be in aerospace that can then be used for the public or governments, any sorts of groups like that.
Suppose in Paris, there's a company that has these humanoid telepresence robots. So I slip in my credit card and I said, I want to spend a week in Paris. And zip, my consciousness goes into this robot. I walk my telepresence robot around the streets of Paris. I do things. I buy stuff in shops. I drive a car. My meat body is still back here in Ohio, but my consciousness is now in Paris.
That'd be awesome. Well, you have a good rest of your day, Diana.
You too. It was so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Take care.
All right. Talk soon. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.